Hey Matt, good morning. Your old pal Paul here, just disassembling the clutch, getting it ready for prep, or for re. Took your clutch off the bike you have here on the desk, and I need to show you some pretty important parts about this clutch. These are the fibers, and these are the plates. So you can see that this outer tooth would grab onto this surface here, and then the fibers are the exact opposite, right? So they grab onto the outer side here. All right, so the main concern about your clutch being worn at this point, you have purchased new plates and new fibers, and that's totally awesome. But the real issue is this wearing surface right here. And this is where the plates will grab onto this surface here. I'm gonna get in here really close, and I need a pointer. Hold on one second. Okay. So where these plates will grab onto this inner surface, and you come in here really close, and you can see these little notch marks here, and this is consistent on every single one of them. Now, while this is not bad for each one, collectively, all of them basically begin to show signs of where the the plates themselves actually make indentations in this aluminum cast, and these indentations become, I'm going to say, sticking points for the plates themselves to not move smoothly on this surface. Okay, so that's this side of the clutch. This does not look bad to me, but in terms of getting your clutch to work properly, smoothly, the way you'd intend it to after the investment of plates, fibers, springs, all that jazz, this is potentially a waste of that investment unless it is addressed. So would I roll with this? If this were my bike, I probably wouldn't. Just because I don't want to go in and do a clutch twice. I want to do it once. Okay, so this is the inner. Okay, so we're going to remove fiber, plate, fiber, plate, fiber, plate, fiber, fiber, plate, fiber, plate. Overall, actually, fiber, plate, and finally fiber. And then this inner crown comes right out like that. All right. Just wiping the oil off my hands. Here is the basket, and this is where the fibers will grab onto the basket, and you can see quite clearly that the basket is also showing signs of not allowing the clutch to move very smoothly once you got it installed there. Sorry about the focus. There we go, that's better. About the focus, but there you go. You can see the indents are way harder on this side than they are on the other. And that kind of makes sense because you can tell by this drive gear, this is the part that actually drives the clutch from slipping. So there's more force on this end of it than there is on that end of it. All right, so that's kind of what we're dealing with right here, my friend. I know this is not the news that you want to hear. Come on, man, focus. There we go. I know this isn't the news that you want to hear, but I got to inform you that an executive decision needs to be made about rolling with it or not. I'm sorry. Okay. Otherwise, the rest of it looks good. All right. Now, let's just have a look at these plates. Normally, when we see a worn clutch, like a clutch that's done, these plates will have signs of heat score and significant wear on them. And these ones are actually looking really good to me. So we're just going to go over the front surface of each one. And sorry about the lighting. Man, I am not a cameraman. Okay. So looking good. All of these are really looking good on the front side. This is the top ring, and this deep groove is just black. That came off of that inner spring, which is hiding right here. That's this black spring. Yeah, that guy right there is what left this mark. So don't worry about that. And now we're going to flip these plates over and look at the back side. And I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but you'll probably see patterns from them resting on the fibers the way that they do. Looking good, looking good, looking good. Yeah, all these plates, in my opinion, these all look really good. Just sort of washes off right there. Okay, so those aren't looking bad at all. Put those down. Let's move over to our fibers now. Fibers, this is really hard to tell on camera, but each one of these little squares or rectangles are raised, and they offer a wearing surface that goes against the plates here. And when they run together, these will grab the plates when the springs are on them and allow the clutch to lock up and allow the rear wheel to be driven forward. In the case of seeing these completely worn out, these rectangles would be smoothed over. They'd have color from the plates on them, and each one of these fibers, in my opinion, are all looking really good. And I know this may sound funny, but they also smell good too. They smell like a worn clutch, a used clutch, sorry, but not worn. Like, it doesn't seem bad to me. And this little skinny guy is the top one. Okay, so overall the clutch is okay. Okay, so you might be thinking, what the hell is he getting at telling me about all this stuff that's good? What I'm trying to get at is, I think the main reason why your clutch was giving you problems is actually not because of the fibers or these plates. I think it has everything to do with the simple fact that these two components of the clutch are your problem. Your clutch is sticky because of these hang-up points that you can very clearly see in the clutch, right? So you will pull the clutch a bunch of times and let it go a bunch of times, and it just gets hung up on these little ridges, and this is what effectively is making your clutch fail. Sorry to break this news to you, bro, but in my opinion, these are the culprits to your bad clutch.